See the fine gradations this thing has for adjustments. I spin it one tiny dot at a time, one way or the other. And the bottom here is like some sort of a, I don't know, locks it up top, I guess, once it gets perfect. I usually just meet it up whichever way I do it. But there's that little fine, minute adjustment. And of course down here there's this little cup that they claim you put a little BB in there, some tiny little weight, and it adjusts it 0.1 second. 0.1 second. I don't know if that's per day or what it is, but 0.1 second adjustments. It can be adjusted up and down. It's supposed to be in the center of the pendulum as far as I know, is what they said, but I'm sure there could be adjustments for one reason or other. You can see the jewel there. And this little teeny little thing right there, the little knob, will raise that or lower it so the jewel meets center. I'm not sure what the importance of that adjustment is, but I just adjusted it so it hit the jewel struck center. Beyond that, I'm not sure I would want to go up and down. And in the back here, here's a very interesting way it meets. And that, the crutch there, or what would you call it? I guess the crutch, it's angled. Instead of going to the center of the pendulum, it goes on the side of the pendulum. And it rests, basically pushes left every time every other tick, it'll push the pendulum back. But in reverse, when the pendulum or the power runs out, it goes the other direction. When the pendulum's swinging, saying there was no drive force on the power, the weight goes to the bottom, that actually starts going the other direction. It pushes one way, or it starts pushing. And it actually just, how would I describe it? But it lifts this little arrangement here. This will pull out, you see? So it runs out of juice and it starts pushing, and then how would it be? Not escaping, and it just prevents it from ever damaging, because it just will start going this way. And the pendulum's not drilled through, it's only screwed. Somehow it's screwed through and mounted. It says you can't, it's very hard to drill this quartz. And there's our failsafe part there. This right here is the other end of the pin that goes through the bottom part of the suspension. The top part of the suspension is up here. See now? So the pendulum mounts to the bottom of the suspension, and then this pin goes through it, so that there's no way, if this suspension spring ever broke, that this pendulum could drop. Pendulum rod specifically, I expect. Or the pendulum weight, it would do damage. And the top here is secured normally, like it would be. I don't think you can see, but let's see. you can't see. But this thick pin goes through about 1.5 inches, or an inch, 1.5 inches. And it's got a, how does it work? Oh, the suspension spring here, the bottom half has got a hole drilled through it. So it actually swings back and forth through this pin. So it goes back and forth, it goes to the pin. But if something ever happened and this broke, this would drop, but only drop that 1/10 of an inch or whatever it is. It's not a very big hole, so it would drop hardly nothing. And it would support the pendulum so it wouldn't break. And when that happened, what would happen is the pendulum would stop going maybe, or it wouldn't swing right. And then that little piece down there would start going one way and go the other way, so it would prevent damage to the teeth of the balance wheel. It's quite the clock, made not to get damaged, designed for not damaging itself. I can see the part through here. You can't see the pin where it works, but